I was in that Zach Roger mood.
Was he?
Da-dong, da-dong, dong, dong.
Man, I've been falling in love with our theme song.
I know, man. I like that.
Man, I love it. I keep forgetting boy's name, but
Eric.
yeah, Eric. I can't. Why is that?
Eric Sermon.
Eric Sermon.
No, I'm just saying.
I was about to say,
I'll try to help you remember it.
The Eric Sermon.
I'll try to help you out, man. No, Eric Sermon. What up, though, Nick?
Big homie.
I'm gonna quote an old school movie with Roddy Piper. I came here to kick ass and drink beer.
Is that
in your all?
They came. What's it called? They came. What's it? That movie with the alien movie?
I forget the name of it right now.
Was that the alien movie though?
No, I don't know what the hell you talking about, man.
He only played like 2 or 3.
I know it. I quote it all the time. I'll know it.
But no, welcome to another episode.
Thanks, 40.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, he said they live. I knew it was okay.
Oh, shout out 40 Water, the big homie right there. My man's been doing the big hitchhikers. Y'all definitely check him and Jay Leo out on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. He also got the Broken Heart Society t-shirt line, so y'all go check him out on Facebook and Instagram. My man been putting it down, man. We've been homies for a hot minute.
And if you watch Lamar his sports show, you hear the
yeah. It's the official, unofficial theme song. Pale Devil Dance. I mean, I got it on there. I've been doing it on our shorts too. But no, that's what. Hey man, I'm with it. I definitely because we're gonna revamp the show when I get back after New Year's, and then we got a lot of good stuff coming down from.
Yeah, we got to set up the meeting for January too. So
yeah. So we got a lot of good stuff. Yeah, but no, definitely keep your eyes and ears out. Definitely, if you got Google Play Store or Apple Store, please go download the I.O.W. Network app. I mean, we've been working hard on it. It's a lot of great content on there. Of course, I.O.W. Sports, I Often Wonder, our sister podcast is on there. Airs Paradoxical White Vault, LJ Presents, Dirty Hills. A lot of great music from mainstream and independent artists, just like Silent Hill. He's on there. I mean, we got a lot of great content on there, so definitely check it out. But let's get down to the business of what we came here to do. And we in full effect. Detroit Mel here, Wildcard Marley is here, and of course the homie Big Nick is here. Oh yes, we're going to sprinkle. So if you got time and feeling real charitable, go ahead and sprinkle something on the Patreon, for I.O.W. network. So definitely do that. But look,
my favorite part of the show. After that, I can leave. That's it. That's all I come here for.
Now you can't leave. You can't leave quite yet. We actually got some sports to talk about, and we got some NFL picks to do. But before we get to our NFL picks and kind of preview Week 15, we got to talk about a couple of topics that's happened since the last time we talked.
Yes, we do.
To no surprise, and I'm just surprised at the timing of it. If you guys go to our YouTube page, I already kind of did a little short about Urban Meyer, but I definitely want to hear my homies' takes on it. So, Detroit Mel, tell me how when the news that you heard that Urban Meyer got fired, what was your first reaction?
About time. I the very first time I said about time. What Khan been waiting on? He must be looking to our show too. We had just said it last show, and next thing you know it, late last night I looked at my phone. Urban Meyer has been fired. Adam Schefter had to drop it. So he'd be busy. But yeah, I mean, like, it's inevitable. We knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then when a kicker talking about he kicked him, man, and you read
I thought that was the final
details
straw.
of it. I was like,
I thought that was the final straw, bro.
And why Urban Meyer wasn't on the ground? You know what I'm saying? I was like, didn't he go tell him, I'm the coach, I kick whoever I want.
He is a kicker, bro. He is a kicker. He
should have kicked the shit out of him. He should have went.
Should have kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah, he should have went for 3. All 3 nuts, 2 nuts and a dick. He should have went for 3.
Trifecta.
Oh yeah. Hey, he may kick again. He won't walk the same.
I can't.
Try to get a laptop with them nuts, nigga.
I can't with you. No, but I mean, I get your point though. It's like,
yeah, I mean,
how does that kicker not be a man and be like, damn, this coach shit, like, bro, what's up?
There ain't no money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, is that I think, if I'm not mistaken, when I was reading, he was on the ground stretching.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, he's standing over you.
Yeah.
Then he kicks you like you're nobody. That's disrespectful. And then when you tell him,
nobody.
And then when you tell him, hey man, don't ever kick me again, and you're gonna tell him I'm the coach, I kick whoever I want to, that right there would have set me off.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd have been hot, dog.
It's like hold on, man. I ain't nobody there. You know what I'm saying?
I would have been a hot dog.
I mean, that, and then you hear about how he talks about how he disrespects his coaching staff, how he
call them losers,
call them losers and all this stuff, and then he threatened people's job. Your job is under constant duress all the time. Who can operate in those kind of circumstances? So he had to get fired.
Mm-hmm.
He had to get fired.
Nick, how you feel about it, big homie?
So it's not me.
I got to the first thing I got to lead off with. I got to go with the funny take.
Mm-hmm.
If he kicked the kicker, what this motherfucker do to a tight end?
Wow.
I hope.
Wow.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
You do to a tight end? I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Leave that one alone.
My back.
Yeah,
no, we hear you.
We hear you. Can you hear us?
And
down goes Frazier.
There goes Nick. But no, look, if anybody hasn't got a chance to go to YouTube and check out the shorts I've been doing lately, look.
Right.
Look, the dude is a narcissistic, very stubborn, and he thought he was just going to run it and be the czar like he was at Ohio State and Florida and all that stuff. And these are grown men that make more money than you. And let's not forget Trevor Lawrence, who is supposed to be the next great Sultan at quarterback, has looked not just average. He has looked like straight garbage.
Right. And
you can't have the future of what's supposed to be the future of the NFL and future of your franchise looking like hot garbage like that. And so you need to replace the culture. The culture's fucked up. Let's be honest. The culture was fucked up. And so he had to go. And he did it to himself.
Fucked up from the get-go, though. It's not like it changed overnight.
Yeah. It came,
the second he hired one of those coaches, there was an issue with him, and they had to do a press release about it. Sorry, my son called. He's got some... he fucked up his arm. We're going to a specialist tomorrow. He may have ruptured a fucking muscle off the bone already in 2 weeks of wrestling practice.
Wow.
Well, let's hope Junior's all right. No, you're good. You're good. Let's hope Junior's all right, though.
But it's been one story after the other. And the only way, I love my analogies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching this the last couple weeks, and it's snowballing downhill. And it's like the person who wants out of a relationship, but they don't have the balls to break up with the other person. So it's like, kind of like your best friend. I can deal with that. I won't hang out with her no more.
Right.
All right, I fucked your sister. All right, that finally did it. Like, it was how many stories, how many crazy things had to come out before they were like 1 o'clock in the morning. And you know what? Fuck the Jaguars, because we talked about this early October and said there's no way he's making a year. So we called it. But I start work 2 weeks ago, and I got to be up at 4:45 in the morning. And for fucking 3 months, I'm up until 4 or 5 or later every night. And the time I'm fucking sleeping, a huge news story fucking drops. Fuck the Jaguars. Fuck Trevor Lawrence. Fuck Shaka Khan, whoever fucking owns that team. I don't care. And thank you. Because as a Jet fan,
is a singer.
Is that Shaka Khan, right? That's her dad?
She may have Native American in her, but she don't have Indian in her.
That was
you
good,
don't know,
man.
You don't
that
know.
Was good. That was good.
So
she might have had Indian in her, but she don't have Indian in her.
I'm not saying she didn't. You can't fucking deny that on air. You can't deny that and give that out to the people. You don't know about her personal ongoing.
Oh shit.
But as a Jet fan, I had to fucking sit here last year and scumbags like Mike Greenberg of ESPN and other people, Jeremy Fowler, all fucking saying, and Dick Schaap's son, whatever his fucking name is, that scumbag. Trevor Lawrence better pray he goes to Jacksonville. He doesn't want any business of what's going on in New York. Fuck you. Fuck your thoughts. Fuck your feelings. And yes, I'm hangry again. So you're going to get this Nick today, people. But what happened? You hire a head coach. You bring him in for this player, for this quarterback. The quarterback has looked the worst out of any of them. Fields in his limited play looks better than Lawrence. Lawrence is plummeting straight downhill. He's got better weapons, a better run game than Zach Wilson has. Zach Wilson's team has been decimated. Excuse me. So I'm here for it right now. I'm all about this. I'll buy Jacksonville season tickets just to support this shit show that's going on right now because they make me feel great as a Jet fan.
And this is one point I want everybody to kind of think about. This is probably the first time since Shad Khan has owned the team that he finally did something right, and he's like, I'm not going to continue to keep putting up with this mess, this BS, this is not working. What's going on, Kid and Stones? One half of the Dirty Hills. So he's like, I can't do it. I'm not going to jeopardize the future of my franchise who's in Trevor Lawrence. I'm not going to jeopardize my talent I have. I'm not going to, keep just being, let's be honest.
What up, Miguel?
Miguel, what's up? I mean, ever since Shad Khan has owned the team, only 2017 was the only season that mattered when they went to the AFC Championship game. Other than that is habitual losing. And so when you get a guy that is compiling habitual losing with bad culture, now that's it. All right.
Right.
That's it.
I mean,
and they got rid of that whole team. They didn't even give them a chance to build upon it.
Yes.
They got rid of Ramsey. They got rid of Fournette. They got rid of Blake Bortles.
Right. Well,
just about that whole roster that was there.
You went too far, Blake.
That was it. Who else did they get rid of? There was other guys too.
That defensive. What's his name?
Calais Campbell's not even there anymore.
Right, Calais Campbell. That's what I was thinking about.
So shot. So look. Let's be honest. As much as Urban Meyer was a wrong hire. He was only hired off of publicity and clout because that area is a lot of Gator fans and they love what he did and winning national championships and so it was a clout hire. But let's be honest, Shad Khan needs to own some criticism for being a habitual losing owner.
I mean, so, they didn't have 5 head coaches since he owned the team.
In 10 years.
Well, I guess you might as well say 6. They got about to get another one.
Yeah, they going back. They got to get another one now.
So because I don't think Bevel was the answer either, because he was garbage in Detroit. But But it's just
who wants that job?
Nobody.
The way shit is there.
I wouldn't want that.
Trevor Lawrence don't look good. A year ago, there was 20 coaches who would have loved to take that job. Right now, the way Trevor looks, I don't think you're getting Leftwich. I don't think Josh McDaniels and who was Dabo from Buffalo.
Right.
I don't think anybody wants to leave their job to go there to get fired in a year or two and then have to start back at square one.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, though, Nick.
Or you're going to get a coordinator that nobody thinks, like the guy who took over for Houston. Nobody saw him getting the job.
Right.
And forgive me, his name escapes my mind right now.
Doesn't matter.
David Culley, talking about in Houston.
Yeah.
Yes. He came out of nowhere. It's going to be like a special teams coach that everybody respects, but you're not going to get a big name to go there. If Lawrence was lighting it up and was putting up 25 touchdowns,
nah, we won't give it to Vince McMahon, dog.
Phil Jackson, Vince McMahon,
best GM in Florida. Give it to Pat Riley.
Right.
Over to Jack.
Yeah, let me ask you this, though, Nick. Is part of the reason why Lawrence looked bad is because of the culture that Urban Meyer built down there. Is that all Trevor Lawrence?
It's not Urban Meyer running he's not play calling. He's not the coordinator.
Well, I'm saying, but Urban Meyer, that's his staff. So the whole staff is Urban Meyer. So is it that Urban Meyer's staff, if you want to put it that way,
I don't think
didn't put enough into him to help develop him?
Because he showed some glimpses early, but he's not progressing. So maybe it's too early to tell, right? We can't make that announcement.
Well, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because
bring in and how he progresses.
Well, the reason why I'm bringing that up is if I'm a Leftwich, just take him for example, I might say, well, I see some things here I can go in and help fix that. As a coach. And it's
Jaguar guy,
you coach,
right?
He was
drafted by the
right.
Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to want to reach out to him for the position. But if I'm him, why would I leave Tampa with that setup and those weapons right now to roll the dice? Like, you got a cush job,
right?
Like, I don't know. If I'm going to make a move, it's got to be something that I really believe in. I don't see anybody believing in the Jags the way they are. Now, you let a special teams coach go there. You let him run it for a little bit. You let them get a couple more drafts underneath them. And then that team starts getting up to 7-8 wins. And then they fire the coach because it's been another 3 years. And then Lawrence is going on a second contract because he showed some growth. Now it's the time to move in on the job. But I don't think a first-time head coach is going to roll the dice. A legitimate coordinator, offensive coordinator, is going to roll the dice on that team. That's just my thought of where that team is at right now. It could be like dead man walking if you take that job right now.
And just to piggyback off that, Nick, because as you're talking, I'm thinking I'm like, there's no way that if this is my very first time coaching, you're dealing with a lot to try to fix.
You might never get a chance again.
A lot.
In this day and era in the NFL, if you fail one, unless you're that 25-year assistant, and all of a sudden you're like, all right, this is my only chance. I gotta take it now.
Gotta take it.
But you're not
like
going to get a hot
situation.
I don't know, man. I look at it like this. And I hear what you're saying, but I think if I'm a coordinator, I'm gonna look at it like this. Urban Meyer didn't get fired just basically solely on his record. So I don't think when I come in, if I do bad that first year,
nothing to do with it.
What I'm saying, what I'm saying is, I don't think when I come in, I'm only gonna be there for a year. So I'm, you know what I'm saying? I think if Urban Meyer didn't have all the other stuff, he would have been there still now and maybe got a few more years under his belt, especially see some progressing.
I agree with you on that, Mel.
Hold on, let me finish totality. Because what I'm saying is, so having said that, I think if you get a Leftwich coming in there, he may think he can progress the team further. So if he come in first year, win 3 games, then win 5 games, you're seeing progression. He may be able to turn that team around. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I see it both ways.
It can happen. I would be shocked if a top name coordinator said that's the team I want to take over right now. Just because sometimes you want to keep your distance from the shit until the shit storm calms down because you don't want to take a part.
Because you want that attached to you.
So I'm not saying there's no chance. I'm just saying it would shock me if somebody was like, "That's the job I want right now."
And look,
you don't want to get stuck to that shitstorm.
It's just a lot of literally a lot of shit. You just gotta try to change because and that's why I brought up the Shad Khan part is because if your owner has been habitually owning a losing team, then you bring in a coach that has no clue what he's doing. Obviously, look, Urban Meyer he made no adjustments. He was stubborn. He thought that his way was going to always work.
The only adjustment that Urban Meyer made is when he stood up off that bar stool and he adjusted himself. It's the only fucking adjustment that made. And the fact that you were a head coach for almost a year and the most exciting thing you did was in a bar in Ohio just shows what the fuck he is now.
So and
he's under the Nick Saban thing. Yeah, they have to control every fucking step of college kids 24/7. And they're not built to deal with men.
That don't fly with men that make more money than you.
Right. Like Saban went right back.
He went right back, and that's why I knew.
I was say John was true.
I know how to coordinate. I know how to coordinate. But as a first time coach, you're dealing with habitual losing, an owner that looks like he has no idea on how to actually run a NFL franchise, and it's proofs in the pudding. 10 years, 5 coaches, a lot of losing. And the team that gets you to an AFC championship game, you blow it up. So my thing is like, as a first-time coach, I need to know that my ownership team is going to be on the same page as me, as in I want to win, and we got to build something, and we got to start taking, because Jacksonville has this big, long list, and it's a long list of just all negative shit that they got to go through. And not a lot of it's been crossed off. And so as a first-time coach, I don't want to go in there and be the guy that tries to checklist all that negative shit off that list. That's a lot of work. You're talking about when Obama went into the office and he had slick black hair, and then 8 years later he's silver gray. You're going to be coming out looking the same way. Start doing all kind of drugs. My life all fucked up now.
Good, I'll take the job then.
But look,
what about? Oh, go ahead. What was I about to say?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, how much blame also goes on to what's the name? Trent, what's the name? Bankley, the GM.
Trent Baalke.
Yeah, Baalke. You know what I'm saying? Because look.
He's part of the
first
problem.
Round draft pick, he picks Travis Etienne. Horrible pick.
I don't know if it was horrible. Just because he
got that was to make Trevor. We talked about that.
Well,
that was to make Trevor happy pick.
Yeah, but my thing is, you already got a running back.
Yeah,
running back, and we always talk about picking running back in the first round is ludicrous.
Unless you absolutely need it.
Unless you absolutely need it.
And Pittsburgh need it. That's a different thing.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then look, he's not even playing. You didn't give Trevor Lawrence really nothing to work with.
He had a Liz Frank injury, right, in his foot?
Yeah. And so, you know what I'm saying?
Right?
He had a foot injury. Right. But I think he had that same injury in college.
He did. He might have. I can't remember.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he did. So my point is, he deserves some of the blame too for some of the picks he did. And I forgot what team he came from, but he made some ludicrous.
He came from San Francisco, I think.
Yeah, he made some bad picks there.
I don't know the power structure of Jacksonville. I defer to you guys down in the South because I know you guys are probably more. Did Khan make the hire of Meyer, or did it go GM do the search?
I think Khan made the hire. Did they do the
standard pecking order? GM picks the coach, or did they go the other way?
I'm under the belief that GM is running the show.
And where the hell's Sincere when we need him?
I know, right?
Right.
I'm under the belief that
all the shit we talked to Sincere, and now we need him, and he's not here.
I think GM Baalke is probably running the show, and he's just making sure he's getting approval from Shad. That's my understanding, and I think that's why.
Yeah, I know you get approval, but usually most GMs go to the owner and say, "This is the guy I want. I want you to meet him. I want you to sit down. I want you to sign off on it."
But from my understanding, most owners are like, run it this way.
To the GM, that's what we're taking.
Yeah. And Miguel,
I just didn't know how it played out down there.
I don't. That's actually a good question. I'm not 100% sure, but just the way that I'm good at reading people and just reading how this shit's falling out. It definitely seems that Shad is hands off and just come to me for approval, and I'll make sure I shine the check because this man is a businessman. Mm-hmm. He is a billionaire, and filthy fucking rich. I'm talking about filthy fucking rich. He got franchises. He got franchises over
the AEW wrestling.
Yeah, mm-hmm. But he
gave him all that money to go play with.
Of course he did. So he has franchises over in Europe, soccer leagues, and they make way more money than what the Jaguars are doing. So I'm under the belief that he's getting money from so many different avenues, and Jacksonville Jaguars is like his just play fucking money, and that's why I think he's more.
The reason I asked. The reason that the question popped up into my head is if you're the owner and you hired Urban on your own, you fire Urban like that. If the GM came to you pumping Urban Meyer and this is the guy we need, I would have fired his fucking ass too at 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, because I'm under the belief
that's what made me think of it.
I'm under the belief that Shad Khan made this choice to fire him is because he's like, it's too much. Because you look at the investigation going on with the Washington football team and how a lot of these organizations are getting in trouble for not making a very safe workspace, being respectable of other people in the workspace. So I think Shad is like, no, you about to be an HR problem. I need to get rid of your
lawsuit.
Yeah, and I don't, and rich people don't like lawsuits. So you gotta go, bro.
Right.
You gotta go.
What Miguel say?
Or poor people. They don't like lawsuits or poor people.
Right.
Miguel says, I feel bad for James Robinson, who is the running back for Jaguars. Right. One of the few good assets that they have in the Jags, and which is true.
Which is true.
And Urban Meyer wouldn't even give him the man playing time. And so
he's making stupid decisions, man.
Yeah.
And some of his decisions based on emotions and based on his hubris. That's dumb. You can't run a team like that. Mm-mm. You got to do what's best for the team. Forget about your ego.
I'm the head coach. I kick whoever I want to.
Yeah, wow. You gonna leak something out?
Anymore.
Right.
It's not. Back in the 60s, you could just fight the coach in the locker room and no one knew about it.
Like say stuff like that though.
Yeah.
Just to and look, I think we're all old enough on this panel to be like, don't be so soft, and we've dealt with somebody saying some crazy shit that's in a power position. And sometimes you either take it on the chin or sometimes you fight back. And
we both worked at a place together. So we know.
but like, this is 2021. It ain't like that no more. It's just not like that. This cancel culture will take things that are said like that and probably add it to him being fired because he's already done so many other questionable shit.
Right.
And I'm under
I've never seen anybody try so hard to get out of a job. Like it seems like he was just like I said earlier with the analogy about getting out of a relationship.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do this. Well, that didn't do it. All right, everybody I hired, verify your fucking resume. All right, that didn't do it. All right, hey, Lambo, do me a favor. Tell them that I fucking kicked you. Like, it just seems like there's crazy shit.
You know what's crazy about that? You know what's crazy that you say that? I got a feeling that he thought that he was so untouchable that I can do all this and I'm gonna still be around and you're still gonna pay me. He signed a 5-year contract and didn't even make it out of year 1. And I bet you he's going to try to find a lawyer. He wanted out
the minute he cut Tim Tebow. The minute he cut Tim Tebow, he wanted out. He didn't want to be there anymore. That shit ain't worth it. I can't see
Timmy.
Another thing I thought about too, if Urban Meyer is doing that, he must have did that in college. You didn't
really. Come on.
You didn't really hear about it. So how bad?
Yeah.
Well, my thing is, but how
nobody's
bad?
got the balls to speak up to him in college.
That's what I'm saying. But how bad college must really be if coaches can get away with that in college?
Bro, do you know
it's gotta be bad.
Do you know Nick Saban can do whatever the hell he wants in Tuscaloosa? No, literally.
Oh yeah.
That man can find the AD, slap him. He can punch him. He can find his wife and do whatever he wants to her and give her back.
Right.
And he still has a job. I'm telling you.
He's not even give her back. He's like, you got the third bedroom on the right.
If you want to see her, she's upstairs.
No, imagine like
and
playing
don't be
for
calling
Urban
my house
Meyer
after
in
6.
college. Yeah. Imagine playing for Urban Meyer in college and you go out to the fucking bar and your girl is grinding on Urban Meyer. He's like, sit down, bitch. She's mine now.
I mean, but like, Mel, you are 100% right. If you talk about if he did this here, and I'm pretty sure, of course he did that in Ohio State, in Bowling Green, in Utah, in Florida. Right. He did it at every stomping ground that he coached at. And
he's probably got like 13 wives out in Utah. You know how those fucking Mormons roll.
You know how to get down.
They got sister wives, dog.
Sister wives out
there. So, I mean, it's not his first, like you said, it's not his first time coaching. It's not his first time in a position of authority. You don't all of a sudden do that this late in the game.
Right.
It's just now it got exposed because you tried it at a level where everybody doesn't need to suck from your tit to succeed.
Mm-hmm. That's a good
this
point.
Is the day and age where in professional sports where they're going to be like, yeah, go fuck yourself, dude. We don't need you.
Yeah. Right.
College kids need him. They want to get to the next level. And if he benches you or puts a bad word out to scouts about you, you're done.
Yeah, especially with college,
so
man.
You gotta let him bend your
all it takes is one thing, man, and your whole rep is gone.
And speaking of college, I mean,
coach to keep putting out a bad word about you to scouts,
and that's it. Yeah, no, you're right.
He's not a team player. He won't listen to coaches. That's it. You're free falling in the draft.
Right.
No matter if you're on a 4-2.
Hey, you are 100% right. But since we're on the topic of coaching and we're kind of talking about little college, man, we got to talk about the big flip heard around the world. Prime time, Coach Prime, Deion Sanders flips #1 recruit Travis Hunter from Florida State to go to Jackson State, and I mean, people went crazy nuts. Florida State fans were so mad that they took Deion Sanders memorabilia signed with his name on it, and I'm talking about from his jerseys back in college, and that's like mid '80s, burning it, mad about it, and
that's stupid.
Is that deep now? But look,
bad week for Florida State, man.
Bad week for Florida State. But you know what? I was on Man Down.
Another legacy, former New York Jet, Marvin Jones. Him and his father both played football for Florida State. He's the number 7 outside linebacker in the country. He chose Georgia.
Yeah.
So if you would have had those two go in there, then now you are just Florida State's going to free fall after this because that's embarrassing.
Right.
But you know what? It's Florida State's fault. And this was a point that was brought up on the Man Down show last night. And if you guys get a chance, go check Man Down podcast on YouTube and Facebook. It was Florida State's fault. They had a chance to hire Deion Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
And if my information was right, he did interview, because I know he interviewed with a couple of schools in Texas. So it's like you could have had prime time. You could have had, but you decided not to. You decided that position wasn't ready for, or he wasn't ready for that position. Right. And you've gone through coach, through another coach and another coach through so many years, and that you couldn't even live up to Bobby Bowden's legacy after he passed, and you lose. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that football program has free falled over the last few years, and it's their own doing. And so it's like you had the opportunity to do it, but I look.
I think so. When you look at this particular hire, it's so much to unpack. The culture that was down there that in Florida State was bad.
Yeah,
they talked about that. So a lot, that kind of could have discouraged a lot of people from going there. So you have to look at it from that angle. Then you got to look at the angle of Deion Sanders, and Lamar and I talked about this, bringing recruits to HBCU schools.
Yeah.
You know, and how big that is to build those programs up.
Yeah.
You know, because
hold on, man. Go ahead. Let's like, and I'm not trying to nitpick on your wordplay. I'm just saying that bring the talent originally where it came from in college football.
Well, I say bring it up because it has gone down.
Well, yes, how it's gone down.
It has gone down. That's what I mean by bring it up. I don't mean
that. Okay, that's fair.
In an inferior type, but yeah, you know, because it has gone down. From where it was when it originally started.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. That's good. It's all good. You know, so you have to look at that, and then we talked about Eddie George can bring some to Tennessee State, and to this
now Hugh Jackson just got to Grambling State. That's another name, another connection.
So you've seen these black coaches trying to go and bring these black schools up. So that's another good thing. Then, but the whole thing prior to that, you look at Eddie Robinson did wonderful things at Grambling, but he couldn't bring that talent in. Yeah. You know, to kind of compete
on a consistent basis.
On a consistent basis.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying? All right, here you go. How many people from Grambling went to the NFL?
Yeah, Doug Williams. That's the big one.
That's the big one. Right.
And then there's probably a couple more that is stashed in there.
It's not a lot.
Yeah, you're right.
Doug Williams is the name that like people know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
so
you could probably have to Google search and like, I heard.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah.
He made it as a walk-on. You
know,
right.
But
I mean,
now you can go with Jerry Rice, Walter Payton,
Jerry Rice,
T.O. You know, so you can't name players.
Jones, Michael Strahan.
My point is not you can't name players, but you can't name as great as you in Miami in their heyday. Alabama now, Michigan, Ohio State. You know, so
you can take one big name school and name more guys that made it than you could that entire.
Right, you had to do the. I was about to say you had to do the whole entire. Right, and I agree with that. So I think this is
great because you know what? I'm a fan of college, and I'm loving the fact that the big schools might not always get the top players.
And I think that makes for a better product
with Alabama. And even though I root for Georgia, Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, you know where these top recruits are going to go. And I always say this. I always say this about Rutgers, right? We've had this discussion because I'm in New Jersey, for those who don't know.
Right.
It takes one blue chip kid in New Jersey to say, I'm going to go to Rutgers. And that's the first domino to fall.
Right.
Now others will follow suit. Now, I never expected Rutgers to get the #1 ranked player in the country. But now Deion got the #1 ranked player in the country. So what's that going to do for the next 20, 30, 40 guys in the nation who maybe haven't decided yet? Or next year's class, you're like, yo, he did it. I'm going to do it. Because when you have the name Deion, you're going to get talked about on the NFL Network, even if you're a small college program.
Right.
You're going to get exposure. What you do is going to be shown. It's going to start to grow. And I think it's great.
I love it, man. I love it.
I think it's great for the kids.
Yeah.
I think that it's fantastic that they finally have someone that they believe in to make that choice, to turn down the big time schools, right?
Right.
It takes balls, right? That's a ballsy fucking decision. I mean, it was very theatrical how he did it. That's a different topic for a different day.
That's a whole different.
You don't have to disrespect anyone to just do what you want to do. But that's why you're going to play for Deion. Deion loves shit like that. That was Deion, right? With the fucking jumpsuit and the Mr. T things on. And then
starter kid. Got
when you pick
kid,
7?
Right.
Yeah. He walks into the interview room at the draft at the Giants. And he's like, when y'all pick? They're like 7. He goes, I'll be long gone by then. Turns around and walks out of the fucking meeting. That's Deion. What that kid did is and Deion will coach him up and teach him the right way. And I think it's fucking great.
Yeah,
I like it.
Because I love Miguel's comment. Everybody knows you can't go mad with prime time. He's fucking prime time. And he has a point. You can find real good talent in these schools. They only need a chance to be seen. And look,
Yeah.
The guy, Travis Hunter, is he played both sides of the ball, played wide receiver and cornerback, and I'm pretty sure he's probably going to narrow it down to just playing cornerback at Jackson State, because let's be honest, if you play cornerback,
he'll wait. If the head coach has a say, he'll play both. Just like Deion did.
Hey, you're right. But if you play cornerback, why would I ever go to any other school? Who's going to coach me up to play cornerback better than primetime Deion Sanders? I mean,
right.
And
you're going to get coached by some 65-year-old white guy? No, I'm going to go get coached by primetime. Like, come on, let's be honest about this. And so, and I mean, look, and I need to throw this caveat out there, because what you see what Deion Sanders is trying to do with the HBCUs, and now you got Eddie George, and now you got Hugh Jackson coming back, and it's going to be more. It's going to be more prominent. It's a movement, right?
It's a movement. Hell yeah, it's a movement. There's going to be,
and now it's got legitimacy.
Yes, traction. It has great traction, because you're going to see more guys that have connections to the NFL, that played in the NFL, coach NFL, and you're gonna see. I'm telling you right now, if you see Jerry Rice go back to Mississippi Valley State, the floodgates is fucking open. I'm telling you, but it's a movement, and I need to throw this caveat in there, because these HBCUs are just going to try to get the pure talent, whether you look like where you're from. If you got a 4 and 5 star, and if they got a chance to get you, and you got a chance to get an education, and I know it's going to be a difference in funding and facilics, but it's going to bring it. It's going to bring it.
This brings equality to it, because once you start bringing that talent, then you start getting airtime. People want to see it.
Talent equals money, man.
And then that money start flowing in. And then you
have that big recruit.
Right.
When scouts are watching film, other guys will stand out on film because they're watching games maybe they haven't watched before.
Right.
Or they're studying schools they haven't seen before, and they're like, wait a minute, this kid's got something.
Mm-hmm.
I love that HBCU schools made it when you get like a 6'6", 330-pound white kid from Wisconsin to go there and be offensive line.
Then the floodgates is truly open, bro.
Motherfuckers, then Deion for president.
It was like from Iowa City.
I'm from Iowa. And I heard you black girls had big booties.
Brad loves the chocolate now. But no, look.
It's great, man.
If I had eligibility, I'd be calling Deion.
Shit, me too.
Right.
I'm about to go look at the NCAA rules on how old you got to be to claim your eligibility. Shit.
I'm worried about only mess with seniors. Just saying.
In college, bro, they all legal, bro.
Yeah, nah.
Oh, thank God.
Some freshmen are 18. Some freshmen might be 18. Just saying.
All right. Anyway, before this show gets off the rails, listen.
Just saying.
Now that we hit those two topics, there's one more topic before we get to our picks, and since we're almost on the hour, we're gonna get through our picks real quick today. But just give me your takes on Stephen Curry, Chef Curry being the all-time 3-point king.
Go ahead, Nicholas.
Want to take first?
Nick.
Yeah. Sorry. I mean, it's a different era in the NBA, right? Where it's become It used to be B.J. Armstrong, Steve Kerr, Craig Hodges. They used to be specialists shot the three.
Right.
Steph was the first real, and Ray Allen. Ray Allen was never the main player on a team, right? Maybe in Seattle for a little bit, but he had Peyton, and he was the shooting guard. He was the off guard.
Right.
Steph made it where, for years, I always said that, like when Steph came on a team and Beckham made the one-handed catch, and my son was like 3rd or 4th grade at the time, I said that Beckham and Curry were the worst two things that ever happened to youth sports. But you had fucking third graders who have hands the size of like this big, trying to catch with one hand, and then you got all these fucking kids who can't even make a layup, are chucking up half-court shots because they see Curry doing it all the time.
Right.
But it's that's the coaching youth side of it.
Right.
But what he's done for the game, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm not a fan of either dunking or three-point shots. Okay. I'm old school. I miss the Charles, and I hate the Knicks, but I'll say it. I respect the fuck out of Charles Oakley because he was king of the 17-foot jump shot. You look at LaMarcus Aldridge now. He drains those shots with ease. And the mid-game range, not many superstars are assassins from the mid-game.
Right.
Durant is an assassin. He won the game in overtime the other night. So I appreciate what he does. I respect what he does. But I hate the avalanche of either threes or dunks, and that's it. So I mean, he's nowhere near finished. He might double what he fucking has. He might get to 6,000.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's almost at 3,000. Right? 2974 was the record.
I think so.
So I mean, he's nowhere near done. He plays 4 more years. We'll have 2,000 more. He's hitting 400-500 a year, right?
I mean, one game he hit 12. So
yeah,
you know. But I my thing with Steph is,
and some of the stats are just crazy. Like the quote, Dave Chappelle with like Bill Cosby, like he's putting up Steph Curry numbers. Like, he's out of the fucking realm.
Right.
Like, Steph is just it's out of control. I mean, he shoots a shit ton of them. Some nights he's off. Some nights he's 3 of 13 from 3. You don't hear about those. You hear when he's 8 of 11. You see when he hits 4 in a row. They push that out there, and that's why every little kid in the world.
You know what it is, Nick? And I understand your botherness about Steph Curry because he's the face of how analytics have changed the sport. He's just the face of it.
I know. I respect his game.
No, of course.
When he's on, it's annoying to watch if he's playing his team, right? He's 10 feet past the 3 and he's shooting it like it's a fucking 4-foot hook shot. Yeah. He's turned a 3-point shot.
I'm just only saying that because I understand I understand your frustration, and I don't want people to harp on you to say, "Oh, well," because of your kind of distaste for that style of basketball.
I respect it. And what he's done.
Yeah,
that's not easy shooting from that far.
No, it's not easy. I'm just saying there's a lot of they're going to always put a face to somebody that changed the way of basketball.
Yeah.
And analytically lies, those numbers guys that think that way. They was like 3-point and dunk is the only thing that really matters, and that's why you see the mid-range game fading away, and that's why I appreciate players that still practice the mid-range shot. So I understand wholeheartedly on how you feel about it.
And I will say this: the reason I hate the 3-point movement so much, because in my mind and my opinion, you know where it started? At Duke.
Who?
Because when they had Battier and they had at Duke.
At Duke. Okay.
Williams, Trajan Langdon.
Yeah. I
would always say for years, guard the 3, give Duke the layup. They don't want the fucking layup. They want to shoot the 3s. So that's part of my bias for the
because you're so Tar Heels. That's so Tar Heelish.
And I get that from my father. God rest his soul.
That is so Tar Heelish of you, bro. That is so Tar Heelish of you. And that's hilarious.
But to me, that's where it started.
Yeah,
Duke and Kentucky. All of a sudden, before analytics was a thing, was let's base our offense around this.
You could throw Mike D'Antoni in there in Phoenix. They was in there doing that too. In the NBA.
Going back to Thunder Dan Marley, the greatest.
Dan Marley.
Hey, no, I'm just saying. Like once you throw Mike
Thunder Dan, because he also did dunk contests. Dan Marley was the first asshole because he either shot a 3 or dunked it. There was no in between.
Shout out Melvin Wall because he's the one that pointed that out to me last night. He was like, D'Antoni was doing that in Phoenix all them years in Phoenix. So he was part of that. But
where they had Sean Marion.
Steve
Marion went from a ducker to all of a sudden shooting 3s only.
Yeah.
Who else did they have?
Steve Nash and a couple other
Marion.
There was a couple other cats on there. But now go Detroit Mel, man. How you feel about Chef Curry with the pot being the 3-point king?
So my thing is, I'm a big advocate of when you see trends coming, get ahead of it. So we can sit here and not to say I disagree with Nick, but I'm saying we can sit here and say we like the old school because I like the old school too. But if the trend is dunking 3-pointers, you get ahead of and be the best at it. And so I like the fact that Steph Curry makes you have to guard him full court because you don't know where he is going to shoot it.
Bro, he's in shooting range in the locker room.
Right.
He can be at the crib. More than full court because this has to be skating out of bounds and the fucking team can hit it.
He at the 7-Eleven get a Slurpee.
Once he gets out the fucking bus, you got to be in a fucking defensive position.
I can't remember what they said last night. This
motherfucker's hitting shots from behind the backboard 27 rows up.
Right. It's ridiculous, man.
Hey, somebody said last night on Man Down, they said he's in range right when he wakes up.
And so it makes for good. It makes for good TV. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire thing, where it brought eyes to baseball. So this right here is bringing eyes to the NBA.
Steph Curry's on steroids? Are you saying Steph Curry's on steroids? Falco is in California. Did we just fucking break news?
It's in the Bay Area too, so I am.
No wonder he never left town.
These are jokes, folks. These are jokes.
Right.
Relax.
Right.
I've never joked. I've never joked on that.
So you know what I'm saying? It's bringing eyes to NBA.
I love the accomplishment. I don't want anyone to misconstrue what I said.
Right.
I don't like the 3-point movement, but I respect the fuck out of his game. And to break those records that quickly.
It's amazing, man. Hey, put that back on. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking put a fucking mask on, dude.
And the full team is back. Yes.
This is a mask.
Oh damn! Please don't take it off.
You don't want to see what's
when he talks about young girls. We know he couldn't put his real face on air.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
See,
he's more like Minnesota Mark.
But I'm with the police at my door. I do not mess with young girls.
Hey man, do we need to rethink this partnership? Are you?
No, we ain't got to rethink nothing.
I'm just saying. I don't rock with the R. Kelly style.
Look, I'm not saying I won't hesitate to piss on nobody. It just got to be of age. It's got to be of age.
All right, this is getting really hot.
That's all I'm saying.
This shit is getting off the rails. All right. So
that was like the Steph Curry of R. Kelly. He can shoot from 27 feet away.
Everywhere.
All right.
So I can make it right in the hole.
That's a fantastic joke.
That's
a fantastic joke. I don't give a shit who I offend.
All right. So we are all in agreement. Steph Curry is the best shooter of all time and great accomplishment. But I'm in agreement with you, Nick. I think he's about to take that number to an unreachable number. Yeah. But the only thing is that it's my only caveat is just because of this 3-point movement. You got kids in AAU and youth basketball practicing this shot now. So who knows? Yeah. There's going to be a good chance that you're going to get. A good handful of guys is going to be talented enough to shoot the ball like him at one point. It's just a matter if they're able to do what he does, is not only being just a 3-point shooter, the longevity, the ultimate basketball player that is in him, because he's not just a 3-point shooter. He will cross you up and shake your ankles off your body.
His penetration, his
penetration to the hole,
he's a terrific
his floater.
Right.
He great at rebounding, which is a low key stat that nobody pays attention. His career average is like 7 rebounds. All right, so let's not act like the 6'2" man can't rebound. Don't act like he can't play
far
defense.
shots equal far rebounds.
Yeah, hey, it be
basketball
like
coach
that.
and me coming out. Let me.
Yeah, so my bad. No, he's more averaging like 5 rebounds career wise.
And you know what I hope, honest to God, when Klay Thompson comes back, he doesn't carry the ball once. He just fucking starts He's like, yo, I missed 2 years. I gotta play catch up.
Hey, I mean, but look, Steph Curry to me is just a basketball player that can shoot damn good. Yeah. And so I just don't want people to take away from his true overall basketball prowess, because he's look, you just can't be a 2-time MVP and the first time unanimous MVP for nothing. Let's keep it above. And you got to respect the man that's won it. He's got championships to prove it too. So look, respect. If my thing is if you can't respect that man's game, you are totally blind.
And I hope my views didn't come off as
no. We understand.
But I will
try to make it clear to
this.
people that may be watching.
No. We're not saying you at all, because I don't get that from you at all.
No.
I'm just saying.
I thought it was a great moment.
Yeah, we
can't. And I love that he did it in the Garden.
That's definitely a big moment.
It's another time in Madison Square Garden where someone on the other team or Hulk Hogan had a fucking better accomplishment than anyone else who plays there all the time. But I'll summarize this with Curry, and I'll end on this note about him. It goes to show when he was in college at Davidson, whoever thought we would be talking about an all-time great? Right. He is the proof in the pudding that hard work pays off, and when you care enough to perfect your craft, anything is possible. Right. So that's the best message to send to the youth, is that it don't matter what you are now. What do you want to be? How are you going to get there? And what are you going to do on a daily basis? Him and his shooting coach count hitting the rim as misses when they're training. So, I mean,
they trying to hit
when you are that meticulous and you care that much and you take it to that extreme psychotic level, only good things can come out of it.
Right.
It's funny that you brought up Davidson, because I lived in Charlotte for 17 years, and I was living in Charlotte for his high school years, and I heard him on the news, but I didn't put 1 and 2 together. And then when he went to Davidson, and then they went on that epic run in the NCAA tournament, because he was shooting lights out. When I say that he had the city of Charlotte like just geeked, like going nuts, and you just
I live in New Jersey, and I was enjoying that playoff that tournament run he was on. That was bro. But you never thought his NBA career would be this.
Not like this. I didn't think there was going to be like that.
Me either.
Nice, you know what player, I'm saying? Right? Like not. What was he? The 7th pick or 9th?
I thought he would just be like just a good solid NBA'er. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
A BJ Armstrong, right? Maybe give you 13, 14 points on a good night.
BJ Armstrong.
And it's funny. It's funny that Steve Kerr is his coach, because I thought
they both had the same little haircut.
No, I thought he had the same similar career. Matter of fact, I thought he probably had a career similar to his dad, Dale Curry. You know, you knew he could shoot.
Dell went nuts. Dell had 20 points in a night, and he hit 5 threes, and that was blow your fucking mind at that time.
I wasn't thinking it was going to be like this. So look, like you said, hats off to your man. But all right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. We got
get down to it.
Yeah, we got an hour left in the show, and just to remind everybody of our NFL picks, what we're doing this year, and we're going to continue to be our I.O.W. sports tradition. But we'll kind of get the rules and the bylaws more concrete next year. But we're all battling for this. All right, it's the I.O.W. NFL Pick'em Championship. It will be delivered to the winner of the picks. Like I said, this will be our new tradition for our football picks. So next year, we'll post the rules and how to get involved in that.
Is there a new belt every year, or is that get like
every year?
It's gonna be a new belt every year. Nope. gonna be a new
okay.
belt.
So if you win it, you get to keep it.
Yeah, where you can show it off all
the
time.
That's pretty dope. I thought it was like a fantasy football trophy. Like you get your name on it, you send it back.
No. That belt is yours.
It's
because
yours.
it is it's in
plus it's free advertising.
It's good advertising, but not only that, that's why I said next year we'll kind of readjust the rules. It'll be like, small fee, but it's worth it. It goes to, help paying for the expense of the belt. And, if you are a NFL mind and you think that you are, just put it up to the challenge. So that's all we're saying. But we're at the standings right now. If Melvin Wall is listening, you're still in first place at 130, 77-1. And Nicky Jr., right behind him, one game behind, 129, 78-1. In third place, you got Sophia Shine at 127, 80-1. Fourth place, Detroit Mel, 125, 82-1. Nick, you sitting there. Fifth place, 123, 84-1. And I'm still bringing up the rear at 117, 90-1. It's okay. Few more weeks left.
Things happen.
Yes, we got at least 3 more weeks left. And everybody's within 13 games. So a lot of things can happen. Anyway, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Of course, kicking it off tonight, you got my squad, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers. 9-4 versus 8-5. Detroit Mel. Just give me a pick and a quick little synopsis on how you think it's going to go down.
I mean, the Chiefs defense looked great, but Frank Clark might be out.
Chris Jones is out because of COVID list.
Yeah, I saw that. Is Clark out too?
Yeah, those are Sean Slater. Those are stud rookie guard of Sean Slater, so it's kind of like a wash there, right?
Yeah. Clark's playing.
He's playing? Okay. I think I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I like the way Herbert's playing. I'm going with the Chargers. I mean, he played against a beat up, not a beat up Raiders team, just a Raiders team whose mind was beat up more than physically beat up. So I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I think that's brief. I think that's brief. Was I brief enough?
Yeah, I like that. Make it brief, Nick.
Where's the game?
It's in LA.
It's in the stadium.
Give me Kansas City. I don't want to bet against them right now because they're clicking.
They actually, they look good.
I think the wash. I think you're right, Nick. The wash of Rashawn Slater and Chris Jones, that's a wash. But here's my thing, and I'm going Kansas City. Austin Eckler is questionable with an ankle, so even if he plays, you're not getting 100% Austin Eckler, and you need to be 100% against this defense the way they're playing right now. So, definitely going Kansas City. Next up, we got 2 football games on Saturday. It's going to make you kind of feel like college.
Right.
One of them won't be a football game. There's 47 fucking guys out with COVID.
Bro, this
call Urban Meyer to come play offensive line.
So you got a game at 4:30 and a game at 8:15. And what Nick is referring to, for those who don't know, Cleveland Browns are one of the teams that have been hit pretty hard with the COVID. So you got 7-6 Cleveland Browns hosting the 6-7 Raiders. How you boys seeing this breaking down? Nick, go ahead.
Mayfield's out, which we thought may help them, and then Keenum's out now too, so they're down to their 3rd string quarterback. I don't believe in the Raiders, but I believe in the Raiders against a high school team, which is what the Browns will essentially be. No head coach, no major players. Give me the Raiders. And even though it might be a close game against all the Browns 3rd stringers.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Nick. Only chance the Browns guys, they just keep bringing up Gruden to them. They might get in their mind. But besides that, I don't see the Browns having a chance with that many players, major players missing. So yeah, I'm going with the Raiders.
Yeah, short and sweet. I mean, this is the only time I believe in the Raiders. I mean, if they can't win this one,
They need to move again.
Look, if they
move to Ottawa.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't believe in the Raiders. I just believe in the Browns less right now.
They can't win this game. They need to move to Ottawa.
If you like
exactly,
not just Ottawa, they need to just get out of Cleveland and get a new name, new mascot, get a new everything, new coach, new GM.
David Carr needs to go by the fucking the Oakland Coliseum and convert it into a church like Joel Osteen did in Houston if they can't win this game.
Yeah, that'll be nuts. I don't know how everybody else feel. I still got a gut feeling that the Raiders are still going to fumble this because they, Raiders do Raider things. The Raiders, they are who we thought they are. So it's like, something still inside of me is like, man, they still gonna find a way to Raider this shit up, dog.
Like 4 hours before the game starts, like David Carr is running like a child trafficking ring, right? It's like, oh, we got him.
Like,
we knew that preacher shit was fake,
bro. I'm telling you, something in me just says like, yo, they still gonna find a way to fuck this up, man, because the Raiders do what they do. Because look, and I'm not saying this because I'm a Chiefs fan, but I've been watching this Raiders franchise.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, I am saying that. Yeah, I've been watching this franchise for a long time, and they have been doing the same thing over and over. They'll trick you with a little flash of success, but for the most part, it's smoke and mirrors, and they will eventually come back to earth and do Raider shit. And it's always something. Raiders do Raider things. I'm telling you, Miguel, you're a Broncos fan. Raiders do what Raiders do. They will do some Raider shit. And it's always something off the field that affects everything on the field.
Right.
And it's like, it's a tradition. I'm telling you,
all the way
it's
back
like,
to La Alcedo.
This is what we do. It's always something with that franchise that is like
they need to bring
Cowboys
back
on Thanksgiving and that one uncle getting a little too frisky on Christmas Eve.
Man, I'm telling you, like 02 when they went to the Super Bowl. That was that little flash of, hey, we're gonna make it look like we doing something nice, but then they blew it up, and then all of a sudden, they couldn't win again, and then it's up and down. And look, I saw it coming, y'all, and I was just waiting for the rest of the world to just stick with me. And look, you got the AFC West is where it's at, where it's supposed to be. It's all good in the world. Kansas City on top, Raiders on the bottom, like it always is. Like, just deal with it. All right. You got 9-4 Patriots. Ooh, this is a good matchup right here. 9-4 Patriots going to 7-6 Indianapolis Colts on Saturday. How you see this one shaking, man? Real quick synopsis and give me.
My mind want to say the Colts, man. I really do, but I want to say this. This is going to be a true test if, like Nick said about his team, if the Patriots are a true team, they need to beat teams like this. What's the problem here? I understand.
Every time he calls to pass my team, I'm calling him a pedophile. The only way I'm going to get him to stop.
Oh, you don't know me well. I just keep digging. I just own the pedophile thing,
You're like, I can accept the truth.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no pussy like new pussy.
Folks, these is jokes. Detroit Mel, I need a pitch and just a quick synopsis on 9-4 Patriots and 7-6 Colts. That's all I need.
And all Mel heard was 9-4. That equals 13.
How you know I can add like that? Give me Nick's team.
Oh my goodness, I can't. Nick, give me a pick and a quick key to victory.
I am going to say that out of everyone in this podcast, I was the only one from early in the season that believed in Carson Wentz.
I knew you were going to say that.
Fuck yeah, you don't think I'm going to throw that shit out? You're talking about them being like a 4 or 5 win team. Now, I like the way they're rolling. Mm-hmm. I like the way Jonathan Taylor, that offensive line is fucking. Quentin Nelson is just, he is out of this world.
I knew you were going to rub that shit in my face.
I got to do it now in case they get blown out on Saturday. I won't be able to bring it up again. Bill Belichick's great at taking away what you do well. I'm very curious to see, because this game may fall down on Carson Wentz. And if Carson Wentz against Mac Jones, I like Carson Wentz. And I think Indy, that place will be rocking because there's old school hatred. There's going to be energy in that dome, and a national television game on a Saturday night. I think that I hope I'm gonna go with the Colts because I'll be rooting for the Colts very hard to win that game. Give me the Colts, which could be a playoff rematch coming down the road too. Like we used to see Colts Patriots year after year. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping that the Colts do this. Give me Indy.
Yeah, I'm going.
And what could be an ugly game if Indy gets rolling.
And here's the thing.
Because the Patriots don't play well if they have to come from behind. That takes away everything they want to do.
Not just that, but I'm under the belief, and this is my reason I'm going Indy, is because Frank Reich is...
fuck. You're taking Indy? All right, give me the pass. You're in last.
That's high. Hey, he secretly wanted to take his team. That's all.
So do you want New England or not? You want New England?
No. I just had to fuck with you. I've been fucking with Mel the whole day. I had to flip it up.
No, because like, look, they're still going to try to run Jonathan Taylor, even if he's not getting 8 yards a carry, even if he's getting 4, 3, 5 yards a carry. You're still going to run him. So expect at least another 28, 29 carries from Jonathan Taylor, and
if he gets to that amount, that means they got the ball, they're controlling it, and they're moving it. If he's less than 20, they have no chance of winning this game.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. But even if his yardage is like 80 or 95, still run him 28, 29 times, because the only way. Because, like you said, if Belichick likes to take away your what you do best, and they run the ball. Let's be honest, it's Jonathan Taylor. The man is almost 1,400 rushing yards. All right, you run the ball. So
these two teams are built very similarly. They want to run the ball. They don't want to put too much on the quarterback.
Yes,
their defense.
Yes.
So this is a mirror image, carbon copy game.
Yes, it is. And it's, to me, is going to be about who makes the least mistakes, because they're both going to be jockeying for time of possession. Is who can stay clean on the turnover part. And right now, Indy's defense does more of a taking away, because they'll give up some yardage than what New England does. They don't cause as many turnovers as Indy. They will, but Indy leads the league in turnovers on defense. They will take it away from you. And Darius Leonard, DeForest Buckner, look, they're going to get some turnovers from Mac Jones, or they're going to get a fumble, and that's all it's going to have to take in this game. And I think that's where it's at.
And let me just add this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I believe in Indy's offensive line to be the difference in this game. Taylor will get the credit,
they better stop.
But I believe in Indy's line more than I believe in the Patriots.
They better stop Matthew Judon. I know that for damn sure. I mean,
but he's not a factor in the run. Like, the passes will be quick, and they'll eliminate him with a game plan. The power run game and the Indy line is what will make the difference.
Hey, I agree with you right there. But I'm saying, like, Judon he's playing damn good defense this year, and like he's being disruptive, like on an Aaron Donald level, like. Because
but I don't expect Wentz to hold the ball long.
Okay, I got you.
To let Judon be a factor. You're gonna have to move the pocket. You're gonna have to do misdirection. You're gonna have to
get away from him. Get away from him.
Yeah.
Next up, you got the free falling. This is a game of free falling teams, in my opinion. You got 5-8 Carolina Panthers, 7-6 Buffalo Bills. Nick, real quick, key to victory. Who you taking?
The Bills. I don't care if the Bills are looking bad against good teams. The Bills will do to the Panthers what they did to the Jets. This will be a fucking blowout. Panthers don't stand a chance in this
game. All right.
Detroit Mel.
Short and sweet. I'm gonna go. I agree with Nick. I think the Bills are gonna kind of they're gonna win this game. The Panthers can't score. They just can't score, and Cam has not been looking good. So, with that, I have to go with the Bills just based on Cam alone.
Yeah, I mean, it's across the board. I mean, that you bring
watch Cam go for 500.
Man, I would don't even jinx it like that. But dude, no, because like it's crazy because after the game in Arizona, and I'm back, and then he goes full-time starter,
on the bench.
Yeah, it's like it just hasn't worked. It didn't work. He didn't have a great game against Washington. Missed some few reads.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have a good game against Miami. Got benched. Didn't have a good game last week. Got benched and then had to go back in against Atlanta. So it's like you've been pulled out of 2 of 3 games you started, and I'm like, now you're wasting the Super Bowl caliber defense, and now that defense looks very mediocre now because they're on the field
all the
time. But I gotta be honest, this is why I think Matt Rule needs to go.
Okay.
Matt Rule needs to go because I'm under the belief that he built that offense pretty much around Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
But the only problem is Christian McCaffrey ain't been there the 2 years that Matt Rule has been coaching.
Right.
And so when you got this offense built about around this person and you can't figure out how to readjust, come up with something brand new. And that's why I think why that offense has been struggling. And still, and as much as I'm not a big component of Cam, I will be mindful to the fact that he's trying to learn a new offense. Mm-hmm. He, has no training. He's trying to get the time with these guys, and I get it, but still, like, you still can't be turning the ball over.
Yeah, and I think that's the bigger point. I understand that to a degree.
Yeah,
but first of all, 2 points
still
there.
On the Bills Panthers game.
Yeah, just for a quick
2 points today.
Okay, I had to do some shit in the kitchen real quick. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. If you're a coach, then you game plan around it.
Yeah.
Then if you are a quote unquote great quarterback, you can do enough to win, which means
playmakers make plays.
Keep the turnovers down to a minimum to none, but it needs to a minimum. Make plays so you put your team in a position to win.
Hey, playmakers make plays.
So even if you didn't have enough time to learn the offense, you still should not be, like you said, playmakers. You still should be making plays, and I think that's the biggest thing. And Miguel says, I guess that was the reason nobody wanted to sign Cam Newton in the first place. Yeah.
Hey.
Somebody on this show said that multiple times. I forget. Somebody said that for months.
Hey, I never disagree with you because I think me and you have always seen Cam eye to eye.
I got called out for my bias though, so I like bringing it up when I'm fucking right.
Because like Mel will tell you the whole season last year, I'm like, this
Cam.
Cam. Because I never fell for the hype of being a highlight athlete. And that's what Cam, in my opinion, was always a highlight athlete, a guy that's going to give you the highlight plays. But I need 60-minute players. You know what I'm saying? And so
even Sunday. We clicked over. My son was here. 2 buddies were over. My daughter was here. He scored a rushing touchdown, and we had the red zone on.
Yeah.
And again, it's turning your back to the team. He doesn't even know they're there until he's done doing him, and then he turns back around. It's like, oh, you guys are here too. All right, we did it. I don't know, man. I can't buy into that in a team sport. You want to be Tiger Woods? You want to be out there by yourself? You make the putt, you go crazy? Go ahead. You deserve it. It's about you. But in a team sport, man, I can't buy into that shit. I hate it.
Yeah, I'm not to that degree. I'm just talking about as in his play when it comes to, I've never been big on his accuracy. I thought he's never progressed as a passer. But I mean, cool. If you think what worked for you when you first got in the league is going to carry you through a whole career, then by all means, hey, I just think that the book has been written on him, and he's never bothered to change the way the narrative is. That's just me.
It's the opposite of what we talked about with Steph Curry, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Curry worked so hard to evolve.
Yeah.
Cam peaked early and never progressed.
Yeah. That's just, yeah.
I'm not saying he didn't work hard, but it never, you never saw this with his career. You never saw the incline year after year.
Yeah.
So,
and it's okay if you plateau, but make sure that when you plateau, like that level is still above a lot of other people's. You know what I'm saying?
But, and I'm on record. Cam is a great player.
Yeah,
I just don't shit on him.
Great athlete.
If he was drafted 15 years earlier, he's a bona fide Hall of Famer because he came into the league at the wrong time for what the league was turning into.
Yeah, because the league
he
is so
should have been like a
driven.
Randall Cunningham, Michael Vick type, like 15 years before the defenses evolved, before the passing evolution, right? Cam is the mid-range jump shooter in the middle of a three-point jump shooter era.
That's a good analogy.
I'm not. There's nothing wrong with that. It just doesn't fit what the game calls for today.
Yeah.
So I know I make jokes and I shit on him a lot, but I just think great player at the wrong time.
Hey, fair enough. We got your 1-11-1 Detroit Lions playing.
The team.
Someone's got to play 1-1-1-1-1 in the lottery today.
I know, that's right. I need to.
They're hosting the 10-3 Arizona Cardinals, coming off a loss Monday night. You said the other team, Detroit Mel, so I got your pick.
Right, the other team.
Yeah. Yes, you definitely go
even
with
without D-Hop, the other team.
Who is the other team?
Arizona.
Look, Arizona can lose DeAndre Hopkins, but they've won. They've shown they can win without DeAndre Hopkins, and you're a playoff team, so let them sit. It doesn't matter.
Right.
So AJ Green actually looked pretty good on Monday night.
Amazing what happens when you turn around for a pass, right?
Yeah, right. Christian Kirk looked good. You got a good connection with Zach Ertz. Yeah. Let James Conner do what he do. Let that rookie Rondell
Bell do. Talk about that for a second, since we're not going to talk about the game much.
Yeah, go ahead.
When the fuck did Conner get that amazing footwork? He looked like a lumberer in Pittsburgh. I never saw that in Pittsburgh.
It's amazing how shit happens when you get a change of scenery. And you're not playing behind a quarterback that's already.
He went from Karl Malone to Allen Iverson. He's fucking stiff now.
It's funny you say that because I thought no, you're not crazy because I always thought that he was stiff as hell.
Oh, breaking news! 9 more Rams, including Von Miller, just went on the COVID list for the Rams.
I mean, I don't doubt it. Because like this COVID is getting crazy. But I think Arizona across the board for everybody on that one.
Yeah.
I would take the Arizona Diamondbacks in this football game. I've been burned by Detroit too much this year, man. I believed in them a couple times, but I got to get some wins. Yeah.
All right. Next up, you got 3-10 Jets, 6-7 Dolphins. Are you going to take that leap on this one?
God, I texted you guys the other day. We're out 14 players, 14 starters from day one. We're not good enough or deep enough to lose 2 players.
I'm just making.
I know
sure,
Michael Carter comes back. I know a couple other guys come back, but I like what Miami's got going on right now.
There's no way. It's the formalities, man. I just gotta ask.
Yeah, no. I'm rooting for them, but for the pick, I'm not gonna. I can't afford to fall back anymore. I'm just kidding, man.
Mel
and betting wise, I think it's 8.5. I think it's the fucking lock of the week. We couldn't get in the end zone last week. You want to make money this week? Fucking bet Miami to cover. Easy. It was a 30-6 game.
Hey, Miami's defense stats wise over the last 7 weeks have been on fire as the Chiefs and I can't remember the other team, the Patriots. So
they played the Giants too.
Yeah.
But we don't have Elijah Moore. Without Elijah Moore and Corey Davis, Zach Wilson's going out there to look like shit, and it's almost like a disservice to the rookies.
So I'm taking the Detroit Mel. You're going Dolphins. Okay, I'm just making sure formalities, fellas.
No problem.
Sure, if we're gonna go across the board, that's all. Here's another formality one. 9-4 Cowboys, 4-9 Giants. I mean,
Cowboys.
I think America's team will be the Giants with everybody rooting for them, but I can't see the Cowboys losing this game. I could see them playing sloppy at times, like they did against Washington, and making it closer than it should be.
Yeah.
But I can't in good conscience see them losing this game.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised why Dallas almost was shooting themselves in the foot against Washington. It's like, stop playing with this team. Like, put them away.
Mm-hmm.
But still, Michael Parsons has been such a difference maker, and Randy Gregory is back, and DeMarcus Lawrence. So, I mean, you got your dream duo of pass rush. So,
I'm very curious to see how they use Parsons now that they're both back. Because he evolved into this pass rusher when they both went out, right?
But here's the thing.
Originally, he was going to play the Sam or the Will, and now all of a sudden they turned him into an edge rusher. I'm very curious to see the packages that
they kind of showed their hand last week. They're only going to have Micah Parsons rush on third downs and big pass rush situations, but it was only when that they showed their hand last week, because both you had Randy Gregory and DeMarcus Lawrence back. So you got 3 dynamic pass rushers on the pass rush down. You got to block them.
Not that I'm ever rooting for them. I hope nothing but awfulness for them and their fans.
Of course.
Football-wise, not in real life. Football-wise, obviously not in real life. But I would keep all that shit hidden. I would never play it once.
Bro, they gave it away. It's on film now.
Of course they did. It's the Cowboys. They can't fucking plan ahead and do well in January.
And
imagine going into a playoff game and it's the second round and you have to go to Green Bay or Arizona.
Yeah.
And nobody has seen what you're going to do with Lawrence, Gregory, and Parsons on 3rd and long.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be like, all right, we saw the shit. You burned it out against the Redskins and you're up by 3
touchdowns. We already know what you're doing. Because but look, it was smart because it put 3 good pass rushers in single blocking situations.
It's brilliant.
It was brilliant.
Save that shit. You got your division won.
You gave it all up.
You can lose out and win the division because you have the easiest division in football.
Yeah. But
I don't get it.
Hey,
that's Mike McCarthy.
How Raiders do what Raiders do, Cowboys do what Cowboys do. Yeah. I'm telling you. They are set. They are sitting out
now. Played in the
Indians.
Bro, I'm telling you that they are setting up their fan base to be disappointed come playoff time. I'm telling you, it's going to happen
every year.
You heard it here. You heard it here.
It'll be the greatest day of the internet.
What I'm saying, you heard it here. I'm telling you, they're going to blow it. They're going to choke in the playoffs again. I'm telling you now. And so, all you Cowboy lovers and sit on your knee pads all day loving the Cowboys is going to come and get you come playoff time, and I can't wait for it. 6-7 Washington football team traveling to 6-7 Philadelphia. Detroit Mel, give me a pick and your key to victory.
This is the game.
Play Gardner Minshew.
Like the toughest one to pick. Like this is the toughest pick of the week.
I think it's
Spider-Man meme.
Right. I can see it going either way. I'm gonna go Washington on this one.
All right.
But I mean, my mind is still going back and forth. I like the way Minshew played though.
Yeah. But that's what he does though.
Yeah.
I mean, but it gets hidden
because this week because they said if Hurts is there a ruling on it yet?
Well, they haven't heard anything yet. Well, they came out the bye week, so I'm assuming that Hurts is getting a start.
But now you can't be afraid to have a hook, right?
Right.
I mean,
Minshew look pretty decent.
He fucking plays well.
Plus, he's hungry, man. He's hungry. He wants that start job.
All right, so here's your caveat. I'm looking at it right now. They did say that Hurts still is on the injury list with the ankle, but he did practice, and him and Minshew were splitting reps, and that was a day ago.
Yeah,
give me Philly because I believe Minshew is the new Fitzpatrick.
That's funny you say that. Yeah, I'm
got the
going.
beard.
He'll win games like this.
Yeah, which is weird. I'm gonna go
Rams
Philly.
now have a total of 25 players on reserve list after
That's
9
crazy.
players added today.
Jesus.
No, I'm gonna go Philly because like I like the chances of either quarterback, whichever one plays. But I mean, you kind of seen Washington's spirit get taken away last week when they couldn't come up with their victory against Dallas. And then your boy Heineke got got mauled by the Dallas Cowboy defense. So he left the game in the third quarter with this tail between his legs. So and you just kind of see a little bit of the air taking out the stadium. So give me Philly on that one. Here's another matchup.
This is a game where if it's announced that Hurts is playing, I'm going to text you guys so you have the timestamp for record that I'll switch it. But if Minshew right now is the guy, I'm going that way.
All right. You got 9-4 Tennessee Titans traveling to 6-1 Pittsburgh Steelers. Nick, give me a pick and the key to victory.
Titans. Just showing up.
Just showing up.
Like I said, the Pittsburgh won their 2 games.
He said just
and
showing
I said
up.
that they were going to go like 2-5 down the end, and they won their 2. I think they lose out. I think Ben and Joseph is going to go out with not on a swan song. It's going to be a fucking anchor just dropping to the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, wow.
Detroit Mel, give me a pick and the key to victory.
Shoot. I'm deliberating because, sometimes Pittsburgh pulls a rabbit out of a hat and you be like, where did the heck this come from? Especially when I pick against them. When I pick against them, I pick for them rather. Mm-hmm. They lose. I pick against them. They win. So
pick them.
And Tennessee been playing pretty good even without Derrick Henry.
They have.
They actually been playing pretty. I'm gonna go Tennessee. Hey, go Tennessee.
Yep. I'm going Pittsburgh because you said it, man. You said it. This is the game. I'm telling you. This is the game that Pittsburgh, because they knew that, like, man, we should have had that game in Minnesota. Mm-hmm. But Chase Claypool can't be pulling this shit. Right. And then a fair move.
You can't blame him for that. You can't blame him for that loss. There's no fucking way Ben was throwing a TD anyway.
Whoa.
Here you go. Hey, Fairmont's a good receiver.
Fair move, man. Pat Fairmove.
Frankenberry, whatever his name is.
I don't know why you keep butchering this man's name. But look, Pittsburgh, this is the rabbit out the hat game. I was waiting for you to take him, and I was like, I know Mel's going to take him.
I thought about taking him, but
because this is the rabbit in the hat game.
I believe it.
Because Pittsburgh, look at their situation. They're not out of the AFC North title.
Right.
They're not out of getting a playoff spot. Because the AFC North, Baltimore's 8-5. Both Cleveland and Cincinnati.
Philly was in it last year, though, and they were 5-9, I think. Just because you're division shit don't mean you're good.
I'm not saying they're going to do anything in the playoffs. All I'm saying is that's all they need to use to believe that they got a shot to still win their division. There's 4 games left. They're not mathematically eliminated from not taking the division. So, I mean, look.
The Giants, Washington, and Philly weren't mathematically eliminated. Dallas weren't mathematically eliminated. You get what you're saying?
Hey, rabbit in the hat.
Rabbit in the hat,
dog. I'm telling you.
Rabbit in the hat.
Rabbit in the hat. That's all they need. Because that's it.
So Ryan,
that's all they're gonna ask for. What's going on, Ryan? So look, you're talking about the strangest season in NFL. Have you seen such a stranger season than this? So look, rabbit in a hat, strange shit.
Yeah, because last year with COVID, we had Tuesday night football one week, and I was like, "What the fuck?" It was. I think it was Pittsburgh too. Pittsburgh played like Cleveland on a Tuesday night.
It was a Kansas City.
It was supposed to be Thursday, and it got pushed back.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it was a Pittsburgh game on like a Tuesday night.
I'm telling you, stranger shit's gonna happen. And look, Hey, what you say, Mel? Got a trick up their sleeve?
Yeah, hey. What up?
Yeah, that's funny that you threw your fist at the camera like that, because that's usually the last thing Mel's dates see.
That's usually what they get, fisted.
All right. Before this goes off the rail, we have already talked about Urban Meyer. So, how do you feel?
Anybody for a German knuckle cake?
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Detroit Mel, how do you give me a pick and a key to victory of 2-11 Jacksonville Jaguars hosting the 2-11 Houston Texans? This is the toilet bowl game.
Play Deshaun Watson. Key to victory.
I would lose it if they finally played him.
I think Houston is a slightly better team. Slightly. For both sides, I think if Trevor Lawrence has those games or he shows those flashes, and Robertson can run pretty good, they do have a chance to win the game. But I just think Houston is a slightly better team.
They're both 2-11, bro. They ain't no slightly better nowhere.
Well, Houston competes a little more though. They can score 20 points or more. Right. Jacksonville, if they have a chance, it's like a 13-9 or 9-6 against Buffalo. Like Jacksonville's not putting up 24 points or more.
And then you gotta look at Jacksonville just lost their head coach. That sometimes that could be a distraction. And I'm not a big fan of Bevel.
Oh, we didn't even discuss who got named the interim head coach.
Bevel. Darrell Bevel.
Yeah.
What's he running? O or D?
He's offensive coordinator.
He's offensive coordinator.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going Houston, man. I'm going Houston.
All right, Nick, give me a pick and your key to victory, homemade.
My key to this game is, with the Jets so injury-riddled, how can the Jets move up to number 2 and guarantee themselves Hutchinson or Thibodeau? So based off the shine metrics, I'm going to go Houston in this game, because on December 26th, when we play the Jaguars beat the Jets, and now Houston and the Jaguars each move up, and we swoop into number 2 and end up with a franchise-changing player like Aiden Hutchinson. So give me Houston in this game.
Wow, man, that shine metrics is almost like Steiner math. So that was all over the place. But
I got 33 to 30% chance against you, Kurt. Oh, bro, that's one of my favorite fucking clips ever. I can't believe you referenced that.
Come on, bro. Hey, come on. You should know better by now.
And I love when he adds the percentages of, I got 75 to 30. And he adds the percentages. That means I got 144%. No. That's not how percentages work. Adding, Scott. Listen here, Scotty.
Yeah, come on, Scotty. What are you doing? I'm going Jaguars. Look, the negativity that caused all the bullshit in the room is gone. You can breathe again. I can feel it now. The rain is gone. Yes. Because the thunderstorm is gone, the prick is gone, and now you can just be yourself and kumbaya as a Jaguars team and go get a victory. Because that's what I do in last place.
You're so confident, bro. I'm going to put $1,000 down on Houston now.
If you hit, all I need is $5, dog. That's it.
I don't know, man. Urban Meyer gonna be on the sideline trolling him with a lap dance.
No, he got to go home now and answer to his wife. What you talking about? We got 7.
Your season's over, motherfucker. Now we got to have a sit down.
Yeah, because they didn't talk about it real in depth because he probably avoided it.
I got coach. I got a
coach.
He's been sleeping at the facility. He's been staying at the facility. Now he's homeless.
That's hilarious. 7-6 Bengals traveling to the 7-6 Denver Broncos. Nick, key to victory and who you're taking.
Where is this game?
It's in Denver.
Oh man, I was big on the Bengals too a couple weeks ago, and since like I fucking anointed them, they've just lost a couple in a row.
Yeah, they kind of been shit in the bed lately.
I love Javonte Williams, North Carolina Tar Heels, and he's emerging as he's doing now what Jonathan Taylor did last year, right? Like all of a sudden he's showing I'm the number one guy. He's like, we don't need anybody else. Give me the ball. So as much as I want Cincinnati to win, give me Denver in this game. If this was in Cincinnati, I'd flip it, but Denver's a tough place to go play at this time of year.
It is.
Yeah. And if you're not used to playing there, with most of the team isn't, I can't. They can win the game, and I could be wrong, but I can't in good conscience bet against Denver in an evenly matched game.
Look. This is a very important game for both teams because, I mean, you look at the 6 seed, 7 seed in the wild card. They're what 7-6. You got 7-6 Indy, 7-6
Especially if the Chargers
Buffalo.
Lose tonight.
Yeah,
if the Chargers lose tonight, this is that bump up game for both of these teams.
And then not only that, I mean, everybody's sitting there at 7-6. Denver, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Buffalo, Indianapolis. That's 6 teams from seed 6 to 10, all at 7-6. This might be the game of the weekend. Like, this is a very important game. Well, actually, I mean, I can't say that.
It's the game with the biggest stakes, right?
Because if you really look at it,
the game might not be great, but this has the most on the line.
I don't think the game is going to be great because I think both teams are struggling. But I mean, this is a very important game. Tennessee, Pittsburgh, Washington, Philly, Indy, Buffalo, Indy, Patriots. Even though Cleveland's still riddled with injuries, and COVID. That game against Las Vegas is important. Even Kansas City Chargers in 20 minutes is important because first place is on the line. You know what I'm saying? if Chargers win this game, they're first place. So in AFC West, so there's a lot of very important key games this whole slate in Week 15. Hey, we're getting closer to January. I love it. Detroit Mel, who you taking? And the key to victory.
Never bet against a killer in December. I'm going Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. I'm going Denver. Your boy, he's a killer, but he's been a killer that's been getting intercepted a lot lately. He's starting to hit the top of the league and leading the league in interceptions, and just team hasn't been playing too well lately. I think they kind of shit the bed last week against San Francisco, and it was at home. And I was surprised at the way that they played at home. They fought back, give them that, but it was like, where was this at the beginning of the game? So you can't keep playing catch up, not this time of the year. So, all right, we got Atlanta, who is 6-7, trying to crawl their way back into playoff contention, taking on the 6 seed 7-6 San Francisco 49ers. Nick, key to victory, who you taking?
In San Fran?
Yes, sir.
Give me the Niners. Kittle's unstoppable right now. Kittle's been amazing last season. First tight end in NFL history to have over 150 yards in back-to-back games. I think I read this week, right?
Something like that.
And I have zero faith in Atlanta's defense to figure out a way to stop him.
And Debo. Trying to stop Kittle and Debo.
Debo and Patterson. It's funny that they're both in this game.
They're both Swiss Army knives.
Offensive weapons right now, right?
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Neither one of them is the top 3 at their position, but they're both the top 2 weapons in football right now.
Yeah, that's funny.
It should be an interesting game, but I'll take the Niners. Yeah.
Detroit Mel, who you taking? What's your key to victory, sir?
As long as Garoppolo don't make stupid mistakes, San Francisco should be able to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
He always finds a way to do something stupid and cost them the game.
Yeah. He's been
He's
maintaining
throwing
this
to anybody but Kittle right now.
Kittle and Debo. That's it.
I'm watching NFL Network. I just put it on next Thursday. Niners and Titans, which should be a fun game to watch.
That's gonna be a good one.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go San Fran.
Yeah, I think that's San Fran across the board. I know Atlanta. You know, I mean, literally, they're still 6 or 7. The 7 seed Washington is 6 or 7, so they're not far of making it to the playoffs. But I don't think they got enough to do it. Let's go 5 and 8 Seattle Seahawks traveling to the 9 and 4 Los Angeles Rams. Detroit Mel. Key to victory. Who you taking?
Shoot, the Rams missing a lot of players, aren't they?
Yeah.
Shoot, man. My mind wants to say take Seattle since the Rams missing a lot of players, but I'm still gonna take the Rams. I'm still gonna take the Rams. Seahawks just don't impress me at all.
Yeah. Nick, who you taking? Key to victory, sir.
I'm trying to work this out in my head. I hope it comes out as smooth as I planned it out in my head. Los Angeles Rams, Jamal Adams, Hoover Dam, don't give a damn. Give me the Rams.
Well, all right.
No, I'm gonna still take Rams. I'm pretty sure that I know all these people that are hitting COVID list, but if they're vaccinated, all they got to do is test negative within a certain time period, and they'll still be able to
Ramsey
play.
was out last week, so Ramsey will be back for this game, which means Lockett and they ain't doing all that shit.
Yeah, and Lockett, I think Lockett might be out for a few weeks, or he already hit the list. I can't remember. I saw something earlier on Lockett.
Because then you could put Ramsey on Metcalf, and they can't do shit.
Yeah, but I'm going Rams. Look, I'm not bothered by all these COVID numbers. Some of these guys got a chance to still make it to these games because they are vaccinated. So it really just comes down to who is Sunday who isn't. It's a 4:00 game on Sunday. You got New Orleans and Tampa Bay Sunday night. You got 10 and 3 Green Bay Packers with that bad man Aaron Rodgers traveling to the 8 and 5 Packers.
I don't care.
Baltimore.
Give me the Packers.
No faith in Baltimore.
Don't care.
All right.
No, I just have all the faith in the world in the Packers.
Detroit Mel.
I don't like the way Baltimore been looking lately. Yeah, I just can't. And then I only know it's
with Lamar they didn't look good. Lamar might not even play.
So gotta go Aaron Rodgers on this one.
They just signed the Jets backup, Josh Johnson, off the practice squad.
So definitely. Oh,
he
definitely going on that Indy.
Definitely
going Packers
on that Thursday night.
Yeah, it's Packers across the board. Look, even if Lamar was playing, and his ankle injury and not playing 100%, you better be 100% against this Packers defense because they will get after you.
They don't have Humphreys.
Yeah, that defense is struggling. Look, they're tearing down at the wrong time.
30 points though last week, which shocked me. They won 45-30 last week.
Oh yeah, yes, against Chicago. Yeah, you're right. Against Chicago,
that was weird. That was a little out of character, I thought, for what this team has been doing.
But I'll say this: division games have always been wacky. Division games,
but you didn't think that it would go that way. If you said it was going to be competitive for a bit, you'd figure to be on the low end, right?
Oh yeah, but when you think about it, Matt Nagy, he's seen enough of this Packers team. Even though he's been losing to him a lot, he's seen enough of them, so he's going to get it some punches in. He's not going to win it. So I just think that's what it was. It was just a very like a boxing match where a lot of punches were thrown and the Packers just landed more. So Sunday night game, you have the New Orleans Saints, who are 6 and 7, still trying to fight and get to a spot into the playoffs, taking on the 10 and 3 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Nick, give me key to victory. Who you taking?
Tampa. Tebow ain't doing shit. Even though the Saints, the Tampa Bay secondary hasn't looked great, this is going to be a game where they can feel good about themselves. There's really no threat.
Detroit Mel, who you taking? Key to victory.
I'm taking Tampa Bay. I think that it may be tight a little bit at the beginning, but I think Brady's gonna find a way to open it up and just start throwing touchdowns. And Fournette, they established Fournette in the beginning of the game is over with. So I'm going Tampa. I mean, it's over with regardless, but I'm saying it's really gonna be a blowout. They establish Fournette at the very beginning. It's a blowout. Give me Tampa Bay.
All right.
You going New Orleans?
Oh, if Tampa Bay loses this game, then Byron Leftwich is the perfect coach for the Jaguars.
All right.
Look, I've seen stranger things this year. I've seen it. And I'm telling you. I also
seen it on Netflix too, but I don't mean it's going to win this game.
And I'm telling you, for some reason, the Saints are Brady's kryptonite. He can't beat them. Bro, he can't beat them.
I know.
He's lost 3 in a row to him. He's lost 3 in a row. I don't believe in him either, but I'm going New Orleans because this is a strange year and strange shit's going to happen, and it's going to be a Sunday night, and for some reason they're going to find Sean Payton's still a damn good coach. Let's not shit on him. Let's not do it because for some reason, he's 3-0 against Tom Brady since he came over to Tampa Bay. That's what I'm rolling with because that's what I do in last place. And to end our
that's why you in last place. Not what you do. It's why you're in last place.
And fuck you too. We got 6 and 7 Minnesota going to play the Chicago Bears 4 and 9 on Monday Night Football. I wish they could have flexed this shit out. What the hell was all these other games that they this week, and they could have flexed that out for Patrick Mahomes versus Justin Herbert. What are we doing? Gosh. Anyway,
a funny thing about this game, I can see Chicago winning.
The funny thing is that I can too.
I can see Chicago actually winning this game.
They just scored 30 against the Packers last week, right?
Right.
So it's like, if they would have lost, like you only scored 13 last week, I think we would all clean sweep Minnesota without even thinking about it. But now it's like, holy shit, did they figure something out? Like you're on the fence now.
Right. And then plus Minnesota been so up and down. And the teams you think they should beat, they lose to.
Well, they struggle with Pittsburgh. So I mean,
I don't know, man.
And Chicago's almost the same team as Pittsburgh.
Where they playing at?
A suckier record, Chicago.
I gotta see what the weather gonna be like too. You know what? Give me Chicago.
Homie Nick, pick, and who you think's gonna win it?
Moving on up in the standings. Give me Minnesota.
This guy. Oh my gosh. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Minnesota almost dropped the shitter at home. And I'm telling you, Kurt can't win these primetime games, man. Give me Chicago, man. Kurt can't win these primetime games. He looks good on any other day.
Primetime Kurt.
He looks good on any other day.
I'm falling on down.
No, if you want to take Chicago, I could change it. You want to take Chicago, it don't matter, bro. I mean,
Nah, I'm gonna stick with Minnesota. I gotta climb up.
I'm just saying, like, look, Kurt in these primetime games for some reason it just can't get them. But no, those are our picks. We are still battling for this baby right here. I'm telling you, it looks damn good, and whoever wins it, they'll be the inaugural I.O.W. football pick'em champ.
Did Shaka Khan and AEW donate that to
us? No, I got it off Trophy Smack, man. I like that little joint, man. So Trophy Smack got some good stuff. But look, those are our picks. And we appreciate everybody tuning in.
Right.
We appreciate the love and support. Again, go on over to our YouTube page, follow, like, share, comment, hit that bell notification, our Facebook page, our Instagram page, Twitter page. It has been real active on it. So definitely go check us out on I.O.W Sports. That's episode 113 in the books, fellas. Man, we climbing up on these episodes, dog. No, but
I don't know what state it's gonna hit in, but everybody, wherever you're at, go play 1-1-1-1 in the 6-4 tonight in honor of Detroit Mel's team being 1-11-1, and somebody's gonna fucking hit.
Somebody gonna hit something.
You gonna play right now.
I know, right? But no. Hey, great show, fellas.
Good luck in your game.
What's up, Stephanie?
I will be sleeping by 8:30.
I, my guys, man, it's been real. We would check you guys out Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Definitely come back and come kick it with the fellas for episode 114. Peace.